This is the first NBA playoffs where a team from every seed has made it to the second round. We have the first seeded Nuggets, second seeded Celtics, third seeded 76ers, fourth seeded Suns, fifth seeded Knicks, sixth seeded Warriors, seventh seeded Lakers, and eighth seeded Heat. 1 through 8 in a conference semifinals has never happened before until now. This is also the first time in NBA history where both an 8th seeded team and a 7th seeded team have upset the first and second seeded teams within the same postseason. Whether it's a coincidence or if road teams are simply getting better at defeating home teams during a Game 7, the fact of the matter is that since 2016, road teams in Game 7 actually now have a winning record against home teams. They're 12-9 against home teams. That's a winning percentage of 58%. In comparison, road teams all time during Game 7s are 36 and 111, with a win percentage of just 24%. Which got me thinking, how would this record change if the Clippers and Lakers ever faced each other in the postseason, which by the way has never happened before. In fact, the Clippers are the only Western Conference team the Lakers have never faced before in the postseason, which is pretty crazy considering how old the Lakers franchise is and how many times they've been to the playoffs. They faced every Western Conference team before except the Clippers. And speaking of being old, LeBron James at age 38 and technically 115 days became the oldest player in NBA history to have 20 plus points and 20 plus rebounds in a single playoff game. The second oldest player to do it was Wilt Chamberlain at age 36. Getting 20 points and 20 rebounds in a single game regardless of age is pretty crazy because LeBron is the first Laker since Shaq all the way back in 2004 to get 20 points and 20 boards in a single playoff game. And he probably would have got more rebounds if he was still playing under Eric Spoelstra's system. Speaking of which, Eric is actually 5th all-time in total playoff coaching wins, and he's the only coach in the top 7 playoff wins without ever winning the Coach of the Year award. There's a lot of legacy-altering matches in this second round. Obviously, LeBron versus Steph is going to make the Lakers versus Warriors series feel like a finals matchup. Plus, Steph Curry has never been swept before or even gentleman swept before in his career, which means if history repeats itself, the only way to beat a Curry-led team would be to force the series to a Game 6 or 7. Steph Curry's 50-point Game 7 win was the highest a player has ever scored within a Game 7. Joel Embiid has a big hurdle to climb, as in the last 5 years, the Celtics have an 8-1 record over the 76ers in the postseason. That's an 89% win percentage, which means the 76ers only have an 11% win percentage. But he's not the only one with a super low win percentage. In fact, as for the Nuggets versus Suns, Devin Booker himself has a lot of questions to answer if he can't figure out Jamal Murray's game, as Devin so far is 2-15 all time against Jamal. That's a win percentage of roughly 12%, and it's actually Booker's lowest win percentage of any single player he's matched up against at least 15 times. Kevin Love helped the Heat beat the Knicks in Game 1 with 3 full-court Hail Mary outlet passes that led to assists in a single quarter. He's actually the first player to do this in over 10 seasons. I can't believe the Cavaliers gave him up for pretty much nothing if you think about it. I'm sure they could have used his veteran skill set during that Knicks vs. Cavs series. Speaking of rewinding things about a decade, the last time the Heat and Knicks faced off in the NBA playoffs was all the way back in 2012 with LeBron versus Melo, and which is the same year Harrison Barnes dressed up as Cat in the Hat, which has nothing to do with the Heat or Knicks, but it's still really cool and you can't deny that. The playoffs are only getting started, things for sure look like they're about to heat up. Let me know which series you're most excited for. Don't forget to dunk on that like button and subscribe with notifications turned on. I'm Rebound Rewind, and I'll fast forward to you later.